Hello everyone, Random 99952 here. I am going to be remaking my Operative 4.0 PvP rotation guide. Full with voiceover now. Without further ado, I'm going to go over the utilities once again, and what moves I think are special, or which you should remember. And then I will be going over my gearing. So without further ado, let's begin. So, for the utilities, basically everything is still the same. Sorry, that was my phone. The camera resistant inlays increases damage reduction by 5%. Infiltrator increases movement speed by 15%. Effective stealth level increased by 3. And I got Slip Away, which was the cooldown of Debilitate by 15 seconds. For Masterful, I got Advanced Cloaking, reduces the cooldown of Cloaking Screen by 30 seconds, and Sneak by 15 seconds. In addition, Cloaking Screen increases movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. I also got Counter Strike. Countermeasures will purge all movement imperative effects when activated. For those that like the 1v1 in solo, they may want to go with sedatives. When Sleep Dart wears off, the target is struck by sedatives, reducing all damage dealt by 50% for the next 10 seconds. Moving on to Heroic, I've taken Evasive Imperative. Every time you get attacked, the active cooldown of your evasion is reduced by 3 seconds. This effect cannot occur more than once every 1.5 seconds. I was sketchy about this at first. I thought it wouldn't be a very good utility. I was wrong. It's probably the best heroic utility the Operative has. I used to run with this Augmented Shields, which increased the amount of damage absorbed by the shield probe by 30%. This is still viable if you want to use it, but I have went with Revitalizers. Stim Boost now additionally grants Revitalizers, restoring 5% of total health every 3 seconds and reducing damage received by 20% for the duration. That's 25% health boost, because it's 25% increase in health, and you get the 20% damage reduction. Now going over to moves, which are critical to this tree. We got Tactical Opportunity. Collateral Strikes immediately regrants tactical advantage when hitting a poisoned target. This effect cannot occur more than once every 10 seconds. We got Acid Blade, which coats your instruments on acid, causing backstab to deal a dot. We got Shadow Operative Elite. Increases your effective stealth level by 2. In addition, when you activate Exfiltrate, which is your roll, you dodge or resist all incoming attacks for 1.5 seconds. That's basically all I have for the utilities. So let's move on to the set bonuses. So I got the 208 gear, except for my implants and my relics. Other than that, everything is 208. So basically, our critical for our 6th set piece is having to activate Veiled Strike to automatically critical the Volatile Substance. Backstab as energy cost is reduced by 2, and Laceration increases our damage dealt by 2%. For my loadout, once I get every piece of gear, I'm going to be going all critical and power. None of this accuracy. I don't feel like I need it because everything is tech. So I'm going to be going critical, which will increase that, and the surge. And with any leftover stats, I'm going to be going power. I'm going to aug out to around 13 critical and maybe 1 power. But without further ado, let's get into the actual rotation. So you want to start out in stealth, you know. I've seen some people start out with volatile substance, and I find that just wrong, since backstab gives you not only does it give you the extra damage, but it also gives you the tactical advantage, which is key to our rotation. It keeps you lacerating longer. So basically how our rotation is going to go, we're going to use backstab, volatile substance, veiled strike, laceration, 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 veiled strike, laceration. Then we're going to hit them up with a corrosive dart to keep their dots going. So I'm going to play that out for you real quickly here. You always want to make sure you have a poison on the target, and to make sure you get that tactical advantage regrant, whether that be your acid blade from backstab, your corrosive dart, or your volatile substance, also works as a dot, even though it's not a dot. It will still regrant a tactical advantage if your volatile substance is active on the enemy. For example, I'll just get a volatile substance, and it will regrant the tactical advantage. Now, for the roll, let's say that a power tech is going through his rotation. He does his retractable blade on you, throws his thermal det, does I think it's the magnetic pulse, and now he's going to hit you with his cell burst. Basically, once he hits you with the magnetic pulse, you want to roll. This will grant you the evasion. It'll not only block the cell burst, but it will also block the thermal detonator, since they are combined to go off at the same time. So it's a lot of burst damage taken away, and it will basically allow you to own the power tech, for lack of a better term. Also, to evade damage while also doing damage in the roll, what you can do is you can roll up against the wall, and while still having that evasion up, you can lacerate your target. That is basically it for this review. I thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one.